kind of a dead horse by now, but it's a scammer. So
it's always the
you
ones
gotta
you suspect the most. Here in my void, I want to talk to you guys today about Ty Lopez.
If you don't know who Ty Lopez is, this is the guy who's like, here in my garage is a Lamborghini, which I drive up and down the hills. But you know what I love more than my Lamborghini? Knowledge.
Who is roving
He's the guy who
like
apparently reads an entire book a day.
Recently, he was accused of raising $112 million
pyramid schemes
through fraudulent offerings with his co-founder Alex Mayer
I don't know.
Maya Birkenroad.
I know there's at least one. There might be multiple.
Has now taken a case against Ty Lopez, but he's still ranting about books.
Remember, they can't control you if you read the right books and inform yourself.
Now, let me say, Ty, depending on the outcome here of these allegations, they may be able to control you. I'm just going to be honest with you. It doesn't matter how many books you read. These allegations spell trouble.
The more books you read, the better you can be at scamming.
Garage. I don't know if you remember our fresh-faced guy. The reason for the ad block, here he is right here.
Here in my garage, just bought this new Lamborghini here.
And I guess
he's showing the clip.
Of course, later he transitioned to Here in My Backyard. That was kind of the sequel to all.
Isn't this when he rented a mansion and pretended like he bought it?
All of this.
Hey, here in my backyard.
It was like 150. It was something. It might not have been 150 million, but it was some absurdly expensive house that he claimed he bought, and it turned out he actually just rented it and he just did it for a video. And you can tell he had like never stepped foot in this house in his life because he was just making shit up on the spot.
He was always known for running these ads telling people, you know, you got to sign up for his 47 rules for success, the 12 rules for, you know, whatever sales, the 5 ways to get through life. I mean, he always had something to sell. And for a while, you know, he kind of got away with it. Nobody was really going after him because at the end of the day, when you sell knowledge and you overpromise and underdeliver, people don't get too mad.
Knowledge is going to turn into one of those words I can't take seriously anymore. It's like knowledge, society, and there's another one that I can't remember off the top of my head. That when I hear it, I just immediately, I start laughing.
I mean, people like me would kind of call you a
grifter. Knowledge is turning into one of those.
That's really the worst that's going to happen to you. The problem with Ty was he's one of these guys who went from, you know, trying to sell the fact he's this business savant, because he quotes Charlie Munger all the time, to now taking money from people and actually
I mean, technically every businessman takes money from people.
REV was the holding company, and they bought a bunch of distressed assets. You may know Radio Shack, Pier 1, Steinmart, a bunch of companies that went out of business, and Ty bought them up with a bunch of other people's money and said that they were going to basically flip them using e-com, take away the brick and mortar, bring in the great marketing from Ty
he
Lopez.
tried to
he was going to rant on the
make Radio Shack like online was the thing that he was doing. Like he gave them a website basically, from my understanding, but he didn't pay or something. Like he owed someone money, but he never paid them.
I guess Radio Shack, right? He was going to go around telling you about Dress Barn, you know, from his platforms, and I guess it's kind of a plausible idea. The problem was, they lied to investors along the way, at least if you believe the SEC's allegations, which claims that Ty and Alex Mayer made misrepresentations and omitted to state material facts, specifically about the profitability. They were saying their portfolio company.
There's not even a knock anymore. Okay. Anyway.
Companies were on
that one was so off guard, I didn't even have time to switch.
Fire and cash flow is strong, which depending on what you mean by on fire, maybe that was actually true because these companies were burning through cash. Meanwhile, they were raising money from investors, mostly through a combination of debt and sometimes equity. And when things were falling apart, at least $5.9 million of those returns that were supposedly distributed to investors, like the payback for the loans, were in reality what they call Ponzi-like payments funded by other investors. In addition, Ty Lopez and Alexander Mayer apparently misappropriated approximately $16.1 million in investor funds, which were diverted for their personal use. They're using it for personal
Where have I heard this one before?
spending, I guess.
Just bought this new Lamborghini here.
According to the SEC, according to their allegations. Now, of course, they're going to have a chance to defend themselves, but I have to say, guys, we have to do better than this. If this guy is selling you.
Okay, is he actually this red, or is his camera just fucked? Like the color correction. Because everything looks way too vibrant, so I'm starting to think it's just the camera or his settings. This is like this looks like warning red, you know, they have on like long vehicles. And that's usually like a bright red, but this is fucking pink, you know?
He's going to turn it all around. After years of just bombarding you with grifter ads, I have to tell you, we're in trouble. But I also want to say, if you are a grifter and you want to go out there, I have to warn you, do not lie to your investors. They will eventually catch you. I actually spoke to somebody who basically talked about his experience with Ty Lopez. The worst part about it by far were all the lies and omissions. They kind of say like, hey, look, I get that businesses fail, but specifically they were dealing with Maya and getting paid back some of their funds. This was at a time where it was not admitted that these companies were doing very poorly. They were saying, oh, we're doing so great. We're doing so awesome. And so Maya was behind the scenes promising to pay this guy back
Who the fuck is
his
Maya?
wire. And literally,
sorry, I zoned out for like 30 seconds.
According to him,
you know what? I'm not rewinding. I don't care. It's Ty Lopez. That's probably something fucking stupid anyway.
Transfer while not actually sending the money. Like, and if you guys don't know, that can be.
I love that my model does a little dance now every time I drink water. It's great.
There can be some criminal liability there sometimes. So, incredibly serious accusations. I'll let him tell it.
My name is Jared Getz. I've known of Ty for, obviously many years. He was
Listen, buddy. You could be right and you could be 100% honest and everything. I immediately distrust you because you're wearing a fucking snapback backwards. And also this same room is giving me the vibe of, I don't remember the YouTuber now, but remember the CSGO, like, gambling, drama, and one of the owners, he had like his Rolls Royce or some shit in the back. And he got his golden retriever to come up. He was like, I don't know how I'm going to record this video.
always,
like, it gives the same vibe as that.
the biggest internet marketer out there. I mean, the deal was great. It was 20% returns on your money for 2 years, and then there was supposed to be a return of capital after 2 years and a balloon payment of 40% paid.
Is this not uncomfortable as well? Sorry, I'm way too focused on the house and what he's actually saying. But I would feel very uncomfortable if I was in, I'm assuming this is like your living room or your sitting room, whatever, and someone from the stairs was able to just stare at me from across the room. And I don't like super open houses. I understand how to some degree being open, sure, but like this is way too much.
Principal returned. And so, I threw in, I think it was like $275,000 or something like that. And, and they were paying back, monthly interest payments, and things were going really well. And then right around the time when the principal was due, and I'm a very easygoing, reasonable person. Right around the time the principal was due, Maya reached out and she was like, hey, is it cool if we postpone your payment for 2 weeks? We're just getting things in order. And they sent a test wire, and I got the test wire, and they said, okay, cool, we sent your wire. And a day goes by, I didn't get it. 2 days go by, I didn't get it. 3 days didn't get it. Hey, Maya, I didn't get the wire. Cool, let me look into it for you. Let me figure out what's going on.
Can you confirm this? Did you guys not sign any contract? Also, I fucking hate it when people do this. Just send it in. I'm against spam texting. Even though I myself technically spam text. But when I spam text, it's it's a different topic in every text. Like, hi, yes, getting dates ready for you. And then you can just have, sorry, I'm on Europe time in a separate text. You don't need to.
A week later, hey, sorry, Jared, there was an issue with the bank. We're going to have to try this again.
The bank was capping out the max daily send. Ha. Okay. They are getting the remainder calculation from now.
Let me know if you got this other test wire. So next day I get another like $50 wire. Yeah, got it. No problem. Great. All right, cool. I'm going to send the rest of it. Of course, I don't get the wire. I don't hear from them for a few days. And then they said they sent the wire again, and I didn't get it. And then I started getting ghosted. And that's when I was like, and to be
Imagine
honest, I'm not the type of person that like,
using that terminology on a business partner is so funny to me. It's like, bro, my partner started ghosting me, man. He won't pay me my fucking money.
I get it.
Also, by the way, this is why contracts exist.
Investing, you sometimes you win, sometimes you lose.
Yeah.
When there's lies and deception and complete and utter disrespect,
Most investments, at least on startups, are based on lies. Like, for startups, a lot of it is faked until you make it. Like, especially nowadays.
that's where things start to get hairy. And so I would start to get ghosted for a little bit longer and longer until it was like, hey, what's going on with this? And it got to a point where she sent me a screenshot. Hey, the wire got sent out. And I'm like, okay, well, if I got a screenshot of a wire and then I didn't get the
Of
wire.
the wire.
And then I got ghosted.
Sorry,
for
I'm
like
such a dick.
about a month. And at that point I'm like, hey, like, at this point it's just rude. Like, can you at least just be on, like, just tell me what's going on? And then I finally hear back from her like a little bit over a month later, and she's like, sorry, I was traveling. I'm like, are you kidding me? You were traveling? Like, what does that mean to me? And then, we start talking again. And the last message I heard was like, hey, sorry. I think it was her dad. She's like, hey, sorry, my dad died or something. And then I just got completely.
I mean, yeah, this would be a really weird situation to be in because you would want, like, if someone said, "Oh, my dad died. Sorry, kind of doing other things at the moment." You'd be like, the good person. You would want to be like, "Oh, I'll give him his time," but also it's like, this is very sus. Your dad just happened to die the same time you're supposed to pay me my money. The money you were supposedly having trouble with for, like, I don't know, however long. A long time. And you've kind of used every excuse capable so far, except the death of a family member.
Ghosted from there.
You know what I mean?
And at this point, like, they had set up these WhatsApp communities with all the investors, which at first it was all this camaraderie and everyone's like, hyping each other up. And then people start getting a little bit weirded out that, and you start to see other people aren't getting their money. And then finally, I don't remember the timeline exactly. It was probably about 6 months later that that we heard that they're going to have to file for bankruptcy.
Now, that's just the short version of the story, but after this, Jared and others went and they basically reported these guys, and of course, now there are charges.
I'm actually shocked that there are charges. This happens so often, like stuff like this, and just nothing comes of it.
At least with the Securities and Exchange Commission, and I think it's good. I don't think you should be able to raise $100 million with various false statements, omissions, misstatements, and you get away with it, especially on the back of your social media profile. Now, if you're wondering what's going on,
Who even follows this guy, man? Like, he has nothing. He's not charismatic. He's not funny. He doesn't have anything. It's like Andrew Tate. I can see objectively why you would follow him because he's really funny. Okay, say what you want about him, he's funny. So I understand why people would follow him. But why the fuck would you follow Ty Lopez?
on with Ty, now that he has gotten these allegations against them, it's not going well. He's still hawking things. This is his Ty Lopez vlog. He wants you to text him a private number, and he's gonna, potentially sell you on something. But this is just a few days ago. He's talking about the malicious actors that are trying to take you down. It very much feels like, vague posting about what he's actually going through.
And make no mistake, we live in a world where you're trying to be controlled, both maliciously by people and indirectly. There's groups of people that are trying to control you that don't necessarily wake up in the morning and say they want to ruin your life. But the structure of the system is built to control you.
Real.
I bet it is, Ty.
Is the structure of that system a 3-letter word? Is it called the
The
SEC?
law? Oh.
Now, I only
Well,
say that
well,
because
I was also right.
as
Fuck you.
well as going through that, he also brought on Trevor Milton, who
Who?
famously got pardoned by Trump after, the whole FBI, indictment and later charges, and he was going to pay back victims until he got pardoned by Trump. And later, the SEC dropped their case as well because obviously he's pardoned now. But it's interesting to watch Tai Lopez really, love this guy for his message.
This trophy hunting, it's unfair that people, like, for example, Elon Musk has had a run-in with the SEC.
Yeah,
he had
huge.
a big one. And he says, I saw a recent article where Elon said, if I knew what I knew now, I would not have settled. He took a
Yeah.
He
Yep.
settled and had to pay a fine, had to step down from being the, on the board of directors of Tesla. And it happened again. He's got a thing now.
Yep.
And he just said, I'm not going to. I saw the SEC. He wouldn't come on the.
I'm not gonna.
He's like, I'm done. You've asked me enough questions. And it's clearly a trophy hunting case.
You know
In
what's
your
crazy?
experience, it's the same
I've never
thing.
met you before. I've
Yeah.
never met him. Never once ever spoken to you
Yeah.
until today,
Yeah.
until I got invited on. It's amazing that so many people have had to come to that same realization mentally. What a special thing. Like everyone had to go through their battle.
Yes.
I honestly thought it was something unique to what I went through. And now
Yeah.
I'm hearing it's coming from you and him and
Yeah.
others. Like, well, it actually makes me feel better about my situation, knowing I'm not crazy.
Yeah. This universe took, but it can also just give back. Donald Trump calls you. It's over. You're pardoned.
Dude, it was wild.
You can almost see
I don't think Trump is gonna call you, but you know what? You can believe.
Ty hoping for that call himself. Now, look, again, I've talked to some of the investors who've gone through this. It's been horrible trying to get their money back. But also, guys, protect yourself. When somebody grifts and grifts and grifts, do not trust them with your money, please. Ty is still trying to sell stuff to people. He's still trying to push people into
Well,
stuff.
obviously, money is a finite resource. You run out, gotta keep selling. If you don't sell, you're not gonna be able to buy things.
I even got leaked one of Ty's frameworks, and at the bottom of the whole framework is the 3-pillar close, where, just so you guys know, they say if they can't afford it, you first see if they can afford it on a credit or debit card, and if not, we discuss finance
Oh
options
my
with
God.
Klarna, PayPal credit, or elective.
Klarna is the one where you finance like McDonald's, by the way.
So this is the kind of guy you're dealing with. Putting your course on Klarna, I don't know what to say. Really bad stuff. Now, I gave Ty an opportunity to respond to the allegations the SEC made. He did not reply. If he does, I will pin it. Okay, that's basically it. Thanks for watching.
Huh. Oh. Okay, I'm not watching this in stream. I'm watching this myself.
At least gonna laugh.
I've already watched some of it. I don't fucking care how much. I love Warhammer. Oh my god.